I want to talk about this today because it's something I think about all the time. There's a quote from a book that says, "You are the ghost of a future that will never exist." And it really has stuck with me for quite some time. And I wanted to share it with you all because I think it's a really profound way of looking at life and our decisions and everything that we do. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me that you're interested in what I have to say. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to me ramble about things that I find interesting. So thank you. Also, if you like staying updated on all things mental health and therapy related, make sure to subscribe. Okay, so this whole idea of being the ghost of a future that will never exist is kind of hard to understand, right? Like when we think about ourselves, we think about who we are in the present moment. We think about the things that we did in the past that made us, who we are becoming based on the decisions that we're making right now in the present. But this quote makes us consider all the other versions of ourselves that could have been. When we make a decision, there's always an alternative option that we're choosing not to take. When we say yes to one thing, we're automatically saying no to all the other things that we could have done with that time. Every time that we make a choice, there's a part of us that goes down that path and a part of us that doesn't. Every time we choose to stay in a job that we don't like, there's a part of us that becomes more burnt out and unhappy. Every time we choose to leave a job that we don't like, there's a part of us that goes out into the world and starts a new adventure. Every time we choose to stay in a relationship that isn't fulfilling, there's a part of us that continues to hope that it will get better. And every time we choose to end a relationship, there's a part of us that moves on and meets new people and experiences new things. And I know that can be hard to think about. It can be hard to think about all these different versions of ourselves that could have been, because sometimes those other paths seem so much better than the one that we're currently on. Sometimes when we make a decision, it's hard to know if it was the right one or not. If we chose the right thing or the wrong thing. We wonder, what if I chose differently? Well, that's what this quote is getting at. Saying that all those other versions of you that could have been, that should have been, all those are still a part of you. Just don't get to experience them anymore. All the times that you said yes to one thing and no to all the other things, all those things that you could have done but didn't. Those are the ghosts of your future that will never exist. They're the things that haunt you in your mind. And I know that this can be a really overwhelming thought, which is why I don't spend too much time thinking about it. But when I do think about it, it always brings me back to the present moment. Because while yes, there are all these things that I could be doing, there are all these versions of me that could be existing. The me that will never exist is not real. The me that is real is sitting here right now listening to this music and drinking my coffee and looking outside. And I can choose to go down any path I want to. Yes, there will be a part of me that will never experience those things. But there will also be a part of me that does experience those things. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to think about. It just makes me really appreciate the present moment a little bit more. I hope that makes sense. I'm rambling a little bit. This is the end of the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you again for being here. I'll see you next time.